My name is Joel Labava, and I'm the franchise king for FranchiseDirect.com. Joel, how much would a franchise actually cost me? You know, that question is asked of me a lot. It's a very common question. Heck, I'd want to know how much a franchise is going to be. But there's really not a cut and dry answer. The reason is there's over 3,000 different franchises to choose from, and the spectrum is huge on the different concepts out there and the cost of entry, because it depends on what you're good at, what you bring to the table, and what you end up choosing. For example, if you're really, really outgoing and you like sales and you like going out and shaking hands and finding customers that way, then a business-to-business franchise might be the direction that you should go. You're talking probably in the $100,000 range, because you're most likely not going to need a storefront. You're going to need a home office or a small office, and customers generally and clients may or may not come in and see you. On the other end of the spectrum, if you're really good at operations and you're more comfortable with the behind-the-scenes role that you would have as a franchise owner, then maybe a retail franchise, something that requires a storefront, would be better for you. In that case, not only are you going to have to build out a space and lease a space, but you're probably going to need inventory and several employees, and your costs are going to go up, so you're probably going to be closer to $200,000 or $300,000 total investment for a franchise. So, the cost has to do less with general costs and more to do with what you're good at, what you bring to the table, and what you end up choosing as your franchise opportunity. If you go to FranchiseDirect.com and browse under all the industries, on the left-hand side, you're going to find that Franchise Direct has brilliantly put the categories in line with some of the costs. So, for instance, if your comfort level, if your budget for a franchise is $20,000 to $30,000 to $40,000, there's a section just for you. So you can start looking at FranchiseDirect.com for the franchise that fits your budget. Okay? So there's really no rule, there's no average that the franchise investment is going to be, because there's so many different types and so many different ways to get into the franchise business itself. It doesn't really matter. What matters is what your budget is, what you're comfortable with, and what you bring to the table. That's really going to determine the franchise cost that you're going to end up having. So go to FranchiseDirect.com and look at the different categories. They're broken down into cost of entry, as you'll find out on FranchiseDirect.com. Thank you so much for watching this video and for being a loyal reader at FranchiseDirect.com. I'm the Franchise King, Joel Labava.